Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're your guide through, well, the biggest stories of the week. And this past week in golf, it wasn't just about who won. It was kind of a picture of where the sport is heading. We saw young talent challenging the old guard, all happening across the globe with some big decisions being made behind the scenes, too. So our mission today really is to cut through all that noise. We want to give you the key insights from the golf reports covering September 1st to the 7th, 2025. We'll dig into some maybe surprising facts, clear up anything that wasn't quite right in early reports, and connect the dots. Show you why this week really mattered for golf. We're going to cover an amazing amateur championship, some breakthrough wins, and veteran victories, too, from all over. Plus, we'll look at the business side, which is always important. So get ready. By the end of this, you'll be totally up to speed and hopefully see the bigger picture of this really quite significant week. Okay, let's dive in.
It really is fascinating, isn't it, how 1 week can just sort of encapsulate everything. You've got the amateurs, the future stars, really. Then the pros showing they've still got it. And like you said, the partnerships holding it all together. And yeah, we'll definitely flag any corrections. Accuracy is key here.
Absolutely. And speaking of the future, where better to start than, well, the essence of amateur golf, the 50th Walker Cup at Cypress Point. Just legendary.
Yeah, the Walker Cup, it's got all that history, but it's more than that, isn't it? It's like a window into the future. It really shows you the talent pipeline, who's likely to make waves on the pro tours soon. A real proving ground.
And the setting. Reports talked about mist, sea spray, Cypress Point. You can almost feel it, that cool air, the pressure. And it started tight, right? The U.S. split the morning foursomes 2-2, made the afternoon feel, well, massive.
It did. But then, wow, the U.S. team just found another gear in the singles. They took, 8.5 out of 10 points? An absolute blitz leading to a 17-9 win, their 5th straight Walker Cup. And get this, the biggest margin since they changed the format back in 2009. That kind of dominance, it says something.
It really does. And picture this playing out in the fog. Stuart Hagestad gets them close with a 4-3 win. Then, minutes later, Preston Stout seals it. Captain Nathan Smith, he pointed out the rookies, Jackson Koivun, Mason Howell, winning key matches in that fog. That's composure.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What does that level of performance, especially under those conditions, mean? Is it just talent? Or is this generation maybe uniquely prepared for the pro game, that mental toughness? It suggests they're not just good golfers, they're competitors who can handle the heat.
That's a great point. Maybe those team events, places like Cypress Point, they build a different kind of resilience. Okay, so from the amateurs, let's pivot. Let's talk professional tours. Because this week had everything. Playoffs, breakthroughs, veterans showing their, well, still veterans.
Yeah, it's like a snapshot of the whole global game. New faces popping up everywhere, but the legends aren't going anywhere. That contrast, it's part of the story.
Speaking of legends, let's go to Ireland. DP World Tour, Amgen Irish Open at the K Club. Rory McIlroy. Home soil. And did he deliver? Just an electric finish.
Oh, absolutely. You could tell the home crowd fired him up. That 35-foot eagle putt on 18, incredible. To tie Joachim Lagergren at 17 under and force the playoff, the report said a thunderous roar. You can just imagine it, pure drama.
And then in the playoff, classic McIlroy. Composed par. Lagergren couldn't match it. A huge win for Rory there. And just a quick clarification, Rafa Cabrera Bello and Angel Hidalgo, they were the actual T3 finishers. Not Antoine Rosner, as some early reports had it. Little detail, but worth noting. Okay, now for something different, a real contrast. LPGA Tour, FM Championship, TPC Boston, a rookie getting her first win. And how she did it.
Miranda Wang, Xinying Wang. Yeah, quite the story. Finished 20 under. But it was this duel with Atthaya Thitikul, the world number 1. Gino, Wang led early, then Thitikul surged, took the lead. But Wang didn't flinch. Made this nervy 6-foot birdie putt on 17 right after Thitikul bogeyed. Wow. That takes guts, especially for a rookie against the best.
Incredible nerve, right? And get this, she's the 7th rookie winner on the LPGA this year, 2025. Still no repeat winners through 23 events. That parity is something else. Oh, and a quick correction on the prize money. Total purse was $4.1 million US. Winner got $615,000, higher than first reported.
That parity, the number of rookie winners, it just shows the depth on the LPGA right now. It's incredible. It makes every tournament feel wide open. The established stars, they're being pushed hard.
Now let's talk about another kind of win. A veteran triumph. PGA Tour champions, Stiefel Charity Classic in Missouri, Thomas Bjorn, the Dane, finally gets his first Champions Tour win. Another great finish.
Yeah, really cool story. Bjorn ties Cameron Percy at 13 under. Then, first playoff hole, drains a 35-footer for birdie to win. He even said he couldn't have been more tense. but called it the perfect time to finally make a long putt. You bet it was. And Percy, credit to him, shot a scorching 64 to even get into that playoff. Eagle, 3 birdies to finish. Shows the fight on that tour.
Right. So we've got the big tours covered, but the global game runs deeper. Let's look at some regional tours. Asia, for instance. Mandiri Indonesia Open. Suteepat Prateeptienchai took that one. And just to be clear, it was at Pondok Indah Golf Club, not Royal Jakarta. That was an error in some initial reports.
Yeah, Prateeptienchai won by 2, finished 15 under, looked really solid doing it. Reports mentioned his maturity and control, steady play, sharp iron game. He sounds like he was really dialed in. That's his 4th Asian Tour title, keeps him top of the order of merit, shows the strength growing in Southeast Asian golf. He's becoming a name to watch consistently.
Staying in Asia, Japan Golf Tour. LOPIA Fujisankei Classic. Taiga Nagano gets his first win at home, though the event was cut short, right? 54 holes because of rain. Tough conditions.
Exactly. And Nagano's precision iron play and deft putting were apparently key in handling that. He's only 22. A big breakthrough for him. Adds his name to a good list of winners there. Again, highlights that pipeline of young Japanese talent coming through, even when things get tricky.
Okay, over to the Challenge Tour. The GAC Rosa Challenge Tour in Poland. Not Rosa, just Rosa. Hugo Townsend had what sounds like a career-defining win there.
Definitely sounds like it. Birdied the last 2 holes. To win by 2 at 15 under, that's clutch. Earned him a decent paycheck, 48,000 euro, but more importantly, a big jump up the road to Mallorca rankings. Puts him in a great spot for DP World Tour promotion. That's the kind of finish that builds careers.
Then down to South Africa. Sunshine Tour. Sunbet Challenge at Wild Coast Sun. Austin Bautista grabbed his 2nd win with what they called an electric finish.
Electric is right. Final round 62. Started with 5 birdies in 8 holes, added 4 more on the back. Just incredible scoring. Finished 14 under, 1 by 1. He even joked about getting the worst bet in the house share that week. Guess it didn't hurt his game. Good for him.
Yeah, sometimes the little things motivate you. And finally, the Legends Tour in Spain. Bezos Bowl. Veteran Scott Hahn picks up his 3rd win on that tour.
Yeah, Hahn said his plan was boring golf. Careful club selection. Smart. Then he birdies 15, 16, 17 to pull clear. Said he enjoyed finally scrolling down 18 with a 4-shot lead. Shows that experience, strategy. It still wins golf tournaments. Different stage of career, same competitive drive.
And just a quick note on Livy Golf no event this week. They're paused after the Michigan team event, where John Rahm's team leads in 13-1. Their application for world ranking points, the one they resubmitted in July, still under review. So status quo there.
So if you sort of step back and look at all these different wins, different tours, it really paints a picture of golf's global health, doesn't it? It's not just one tour or one country. You've got amateurs pushing through, veterans holding strong, new winners popping up everywhere, McIlroy at home, Wang as a rookie, Prateeptienchai, building consistency. It all weaves together into this really rich story. Keeps the sport so interesting.
That's a great way to frame it. It's this whole vibrant ecosystem. And speaking of ecosystems, let's talk about the business side, because that underpins everything we see on the course. What were the key updates there this week?
Well, the big takeaway, I think, is just how vital these partnerships are, especially now with the professional game still in this, slightly uncertain post-merger landscape. These deals, they're not just logos on a shirt. They're fundamental. They support the infrastructure, the development, everything.
And the big news was Ryder Cup related, wasn't it? PBI Gordon, they're the official grounds crew sponsor for 2025 at Bethpage Black.
That's right. A major partnership. They'll be supporting, I think, over 100 grounds crew members, full-time staff, and volunteers, providing products, technical advice, basically ensuring Bethpage is absolutely perfect. Their VP, Jason Mance, mentioned it's a chance to showcase modern turf science, agronomy, and just how crucial that crew's work is. And it's true, we talk about the shots, but those perfect conditions, they don't just happen. It takes this kind of support.
Good point. And beyond the massive events like the Ryder Cup, there was also news about investing in the grassroots, TaylorMade renewing with the AJGA.
Yeah, the American Junior Golf Association. TaylorMade's continuing to provide equipment, support tournaments, investing in the next generation. And that brings up a really important connection, doesn't it? How do these behind-the-scenes things, sponsoring a grounds crew, equipping junior golfers, how does that actually affect what we see on TV? Well, it's direct. Better courses mean better play. Better junior pathways mean, future stars like the ones we saw at the Walker Cup. It's all linked. Business decisions today really do shape the future of the game.
Okay, so that was a packed week. But golf never really stops, does it? Let's quickly look ahead. What's coming up September 8th to 14th?
No rest for the wicked. It's straight into the next batch of tournaments, and the fall season really starts to heat up now. A lot of pressure for guys playing for status next year.
Right. PGA Tour kicks off the FedEx Cup fall. Procore Championship, Silverado and Napa. Patton Kazier's defending champion there. LPGA Tour heads to Ohio. Kroger Queen City Championship at TPC Rivers Bend. Lydia Ko is defending that one.
PGA Tour Champions has the Sanford International up at Minnehaha Country Club. Steve Stricker defends, he basically owns that event, and the Asian Tour continues with the Shinhan Donghai Open in South Korea. Always a strong field there.
And the DP World Tour takes a breather this week. They'll be back for the BMW PGA Championship starting September 18th. Big one. So, yeah, plenty more action on the horizon. Okay, that brings us to the end of this deep dive. What a week it was. We went from the intense amateur battle at the Walker Cup, seeing those future stars, to rookies like Miranda Wang having their moment, veterans like Rory and Thomas Bjorn winning dramatically, and, even those crucial business moves happening off the course.
Yeah, we've tried to filter out the noise for you, give you the important stuff, correct anything that needed clarifying. Hope you feel, properly informed now, not just about the scores, but the context, the connections across the whole world of golf.
So as we wrap up, here's something to think about. A final thought for you. Consider how all these different threads, that foggy amateur showdown, the individual pro wins, the big sponsorship deals, how they all weave together. It's this complex global story, constantly evolving. It's more than just results. So thinking about the talent we saw, the business trends, what do you think the next big shift or dominant storyline in golf might be? Where are things heading next? Something to ponder. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive. We'll catch you next time.